My name is Stefan Jankowski. I'm producer for The Crew Wild Run at Ubisoft. Yeah, so today we are super happy to present you The Crew Wild Run. It's basically a huge add-on for The Crew. We've been pouring a lot of efforts in it, and we are adding tons of new content. New vehicles for players to enjoy, new toys basically, where we have monster truck, dragster, drift cars, and even motorcycles that will be added into the game, so you can play with them, go everywhere, play tons of missions and tons of content that was already existing, but also new type of content that we added especially for those new cars. We've done a lot of work also on the engine, the rendering, and also added dynamic weather effects inside of the huge world that we have in The Crew. And finally, we are having this summit that is basically kind of a recurring championship that will happen every month and give to the players new challenges and reward them with exclusive rewards. So basically, monster trucks are a new type of vehicle, so what we call a spec. So we already had different type of specs into The Crew. So here it's kind of a new specs added to a lot of vehicles that we have in the game, and we are also having new cars added to the game. So basically you can take your monster and go anywhere you want. You can do free drive, you can do free drive challenges and stunts, and really going into this kind of wild fun around the world. But you can also do the arenas. We have several arenas coming into the game with The Crew Wild Run, and it's kind of this crazy space where you can do a crazy jump and back flips and front flips with your monster truck. We're gonna have several areas basically at the release, and continue to add new areas inside of the summit, and outside of the summit you can play it for free if you want. Oh, basically you are 8 players always in The Crew, so you can play in the arena with the 8 monster truck if you want. So basically the what we call free drive challenge is the possibility for players to create their own race. They just go on the map, set the waypoints they want to. They can do crazy things like going into areas that are not supposed to be available for races, but here you can set it as a challenge, share it with your friends, and just go in one click. You stop the race and you go there. So it's something really new. That was something that actually players were doing by themselves, setting themselves objectives in terms of racing and just racing together. So here they have a feature supporting this kind of crazy idea. So we are adding a lot of new vehicles, and including bikes, motorbikes, that will follow the same rules as The Crew, having different specs. So we have dirt motorbikes basically that can go wide and go into the different areas that are very hard to go with a car. So that's expanding the way you play The Crew and really giving a new way to discover the huge world that we have. Well, for us, The Crew is all about the community. We are super proud about how many players we have. We have more than 3 million players who play The Crew since the release. They are extremely active, extremely demanding, and this is where we found the fuel to really drive us into this adventure. So we are giving them a lot of new stuff. We had monthly live updates since the release of The Crew. We continue adding new stuff with Wild Run, really giving new toys, new fun stuff to do, and it's not the end. We are continuing to support the community. We are there after the release of Wild Run, continue deliver monthly updates and be there as long as we can. So on November 17th, we are releasing The Crew Wild Run. It's a huge add-on for players, existing players or new players will get a chance to get their hands on it. But it's also the date where we will be doing a huge upgrade. So basically we're gonna have a free update giving to The Crew players, the existing players, the upgrade on the engine, giving this very nice look of the physical based rendering that we have now with The Crew Wild Run, but also new weather effects that are dynamic and changing the way you are exploring the world and discovering the world. and obviously it's just one giant community. So the crew players and Whiterun players will share the same world. You will see players with the new toys and you in the same session and play with your friends without any issue.
So viewers, that was a helpful few words from Stefan about the crew. Certainly it's evolved an awful lot, and the fact that it's a free update for those who already own the crew in terms of the visuals and the physics is certainly a bonus as well. We'll be looking forward to this. Obviously we played the beta recently and I'll be checking out the full game nearer to launch as well. But that's all for this video. Lots more crew content to come, and do let me know what you'd like to see in the final game and different aspects as well, and we'll have a couple more crew videos on the video from the recent previews. But that's it from me for now. As ever, more soon.